Craft your path. Lo-fi Stoic wisdom for career clarity. Your career feels like a maze, each turn shadowed by doubt. Burnout gnaws at you from a job that's more grind than joy. You're juggling long hours with dreams of balance or wrestling with fears that AI will outpace your skills. Maybe family expects a stable path while your heart craves something else. The Stoics, Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus, knew this struggle, facing their own chaos with wisdom that still lights the way. Their teachings are a compass for your journey, helping you find purpose amid uncertainty. Let's weave their lessons with stories of people like you, showing how a career test or coach can be Stoic tools to embrace your path and build a career that resonates with your soul. First, Stoicism teaches you to focus on what you can control. A wise teacher once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Imagine Priya, stuck in a toxic office where her manager criticizes everything. She's burned out, tempted to quit, but bills keep her tethered. Instead of spiraling, she asks, "What can I control?" Not her boss's attitude, but her own effort, her job search, her mindset. She polishes her resume, takes an online course, and stays professional despite the chaos. That's Stoicism, zeroing in on your actions and letting go of the rest. If you're worried about AI replacing your job or a bad culture dragging you down, try this. List one thing you can do today, like updating your LinkedIn or practicing a skill. Say to yourself, "I control my next step," and that's enough to move forward. Another lesson is reframing setbacks as opportunities. Someone once wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Think of Jamal, a graphic designer who's scared AI tools will make his skills obsolete. He feels stuck, but instead of panicking, he thinks, "How can this push me to grow?" He learns to use AI to enhance his designs, markets himself as an AI-savvy creator, and lands better gigs. That's the Stoic move, seeing a threat as a chance to level up. If you're burned out or facing a dead-end job, ask, "What's this teaching me?" Maybe a tough boss shows you how to set boundaries, or job insecurity pushes you to explore a passion. Next time you hit a wall, reframe it. "This is my chance to reinvent." Affirm, "I turn obstacles into stepping stones, and I'm stronger for it." Stoicism also urges you to live with integrity, no matter the environment. A philosopher once said, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." Picture Sarah, a salesperson in a company that pushes shady tactics. It grates on her, but she's afraid to speak up. Then she decides, "I'll do what's right, even if it's hard." She suggests ethical alternatives, earns respect, and starts looking for a company that aligns with her values. That's Stoic courage, staying true to yourself, even in a toxic workplace. If you're dealing with a bad culture, try one honest act today. Say no to something wrong or share a kind word with a struggling coworker. It builds your self-respect and clarity for your next career move. Say, "I act with honor, and that guides my path." Embracing what life brings, even the tough stuff, is another Stoic gem. A teacher once wrote, "Accept whatever comes to you woven in the pattern of your destiny." Imagine Liam, who gets laid off after years at a stable job. He's angry, scared about the future, but he thinks, "This is my reality. How do I make it work?" He uses the time to reflect on his dream career, takes a coding boot camp, and pivots to tech. That's loving your fate, not pretending it's fun, but finding meaning in the struggle. If you're burned out or unsure about your next move, try this. Accept where you are as a starting point, then take one small action, like researching a new field or talking to a mentor. Affirm, "I embrace my journey because it's shaping my future." Stoicism reminds you to stay present, especially when the future feels shaky. Someone once said, "While we're postponing, life speeds by." Picture Emma lying awake, worrying if her marketing job will exist in 5 years with AI on the rise. She's missing today the chance to network, learn a new tool, or enjoy a coffee with a friend. Stoicism pulls you back to now. Try this. For 1 minute, focus on what's real. Your breath, the hum of your space, the task at hand. The future's not here yet, and worrying steals your energy. When anxiety creeps in, say, I'm here today, and today is where I build my career. Kindness, even in tough workplaces, is a Stoic strength. A teacher once wrote, "We are made for cooperation, like feet, like hands." Think of Noah, a tech support worker fed up with a rude manager. He notices a new hire struggling and takes a moment to explain a process. That small act lifts his mood and builds an ally. In a toxic culture, kindness is rebellion. It keeps your humanity intact. Try this. Do one kind thing at work, like thanking a coworker or sharing a tip. It's a reminder you're bigger than the chaos. Affirm, I bring light to others, and that keeps me grounded. Stoicism also nudges you to reflect on life's brevity to sharpen your focus. A philosopher said, you act like you'll live forever, but you won't. Imagine Rachel, stuck in a job she hates, dreaming of starting a bakery but always putting it off. She asks, if I had 1 year left, would I stay here? The answer's no, so she starts small, baking for friends, taking a business class. This is remembering you won't live forever. It's a push to chase what matters. Tonight ask, what career would I pursue if time was short? Take one step toward it, like signing up for a webinar. Say, I live for what matters, and I start today. Emotions are real, and Stoicism helps you guide them. Someone said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react that matters. Picture Alex, furious after a bad performance review from a toxic boss. He wants to quit on the spot, but he breathes, thinks, what's smart here? He asks for feedback, works on his skills, and quietly job hunts. That's Stoicism, feeling the anger but choosing wisely. When you're stressed about work, count to 5, then act with purpose, like writing a cover letter or practicing self-care. Affirm, I feel but I choose my path. Finally, Stoicism offers a big picture view. A teacher wrote, think of the universe as one living being, and you're part of it. When a bad day at work feels like the end, like a missed promotion or a snarky email, zoom out. In the grand scheme, it's a blip. Imagine Tara crushed after a job rejection. She pictures the world turning, her life unfolding, and thinks, this is just one chapter. She keeps applying and soon lands a better role. When work feels heavy, think of the stars and let the small stuff fade. Say, I'm part of something bigger and I'll keep moving forward. Stoicism is your compass for the career wilderness. Someone once said, as long as you live, keep learning how to live. Start small, focus on one controllable action. Like learning a skill, reframe a setback as growth, act with integrity. Picture Maya, burned out in retail, who uses Stoicism to stay calm, study graphic design, and land her dream job. You can too. Try one lesson today, stay present, be kind, or chase a goal. Say this affirmation, I'm finding my path. I face my struggles, choose my actions, and build my future with courage. No job, boss, or fear can stop me. I'm steady and I'm growing. This is Stoicism, and it's your guide to a career that lights you up. Begin now. Marcus Aurelius taught, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Picture Sophia, a project coordinator whose toxic boss kills her confidence. She's unsure what career fits, but she thinks, I can't control my boss, but I can shape my skills and search. She takes a career test, discovers her strength in organization, and works with a coach to explore event planning. She organizes a small event, loves it, and pivots. Stoicism's focus on mental control aligns with the career test's clarity on your strengths, like Sophia's planning skills and a coach's guidance to act on them. If you're burned out or worried about AI, try this. Take one step, like answering a test question or meeting a mentor. Say, I control my mind, and that's my foundation. Epictetus said, circumstances don't make the man, they only reveal him to himself. Imagine Theo, a teacher burned out from endless admin and unsure if he should switch careers. A career test suggests curriculum design, and a coach helps him see his love for creating. He designs a lesson plan for fun, feels alive, and pursues it. Stoicism turns challenges into self-discovery, and a test or coach can reveal your core, like Theo's creativity. If work-life balance or indecision weighs you down, ask, what's this showing me about myself? A tough job might reveal your resilience. A test might uncover your passion. Think, this is my mirror. Affirm, I discover myself in struggle, and it lights my way. Seneca wrote, the greatest wealth is a poverty of desires. Picture Lila, who takes a career test suggesting social work, but her high-paying tech job feels like a trap. She's unfulfilled, so she works with a coach to prioritize meaning over money. She volunteers at a shelter, finds purpose, and transitions. Stoicism's contentment with enough pairs with a test's insight into what fulfills you, like Lila's service and a coach's help to chase it. If a toxic culture or societal pressures cloud your mind, ask, what do I truly need? Reframe it. A test guides you to purpose. A coach helps you simplify. Try this. Name one thing that brings you joy at work. Say, I find wealth in meaning, and I choose it. Marcus Aurelius taught, if it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. Imagine Omar, a marketer whose company pushes shady ads. He's torn, but a career test highlights his communication skills, and a coach encourages ethical paths. He pitches honest campaigns and seeks better firms. Stoicism's virtue builds confidence, and a test or coach can align your career with your values, like Omar's integrity. If family expectations or a bad workplace test you, try one true act. Answer a test with your heart or do your work with care. Affirm, I act with truth and that's my strength. Epictetus urged, make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens. Think of Zara, laid off from her retail job, scared about starting over. A career test points to hospitality, and a coach helps her embrace it. She works at a hotel, loves it, and builds a career. Stoicism's acceptance of what comes, paired with a test's direction and a coach's support, shapes paths like Zara's. If you're anxious about transitions, act, take a test, talk to a mentor. Say, I use what's mine and I embrace what comes. Seneca said, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Picture Kai, paralyzed by fear that AI will end his accounting job. A career test suggests financial planning, and a coach helps him see his skills are adaptable. He studies planning, eases his fears, and pivots. Stoicism tames imagined fears, and a test or coach grounds you in reality, like Kai's new path. Try this. For 20 seconds, notice your breath, the present. When you're stressed, say, I face what's real, and I act now. Marcus Aurelius wrote, we are made for cooperation, like feet, like hands. Imagine Arya, a nurse in a toxic hospital, doubting her career. She helps a new nurse, feels connected, and takes a career test suggesting education. A coach guides her to teaching roles. Stoicism's kindness, with a test's clarity and a coach's nudge, lights paths like Arya's. Try this. Do one kind act at work, like sharing a resource. Affirm, my kindness builds my purpose, and it lifts me. Seneca taught, let us prepare our minds as if we'd come to the very end of life. Think of Theo, stuck in a dull office job, dreaming of writing. A career test highlights his storytelling, and a coach pushes him to start. He writes blogs, finds joy, and goes freelance. Stoicism's mortality sharpens focus, and a test or coach points to what matters, like Theo's writing. Ask tonight, what career would I chase if time was short? Take one step, like exploring a test. Say, I live for my spark, and I start today. Epictetus said, practice yourself for heaven's sake in little things, and thence proceed to greater. Picture Jaden, upset when a career test suggests unfamiliar roles like operations. He's hesitant, but a coach encourages small steps. He tries a project management course, loves it, and pivots. Stoicism's small actions, with a test's insights and a coach's guidance, drive progress, like Jaden's shift. When you're stressed, count to 3, then act. Take a test, meet a mentor. Affirm, I grow through small steps, and I'm moving forward. Marcus Aurelius wrote, think of the universal substance, of which you have a very small portion, and of universal time, of which a short and indivisible interval has been assigned to you. When career fears loom, a rejection, an unclear test result, zoom out. Picture Lila, crushed when a job offer falls through. A career test refocuses her on advocacy, and a coach helps her pitch non-profits. She lands a role she loves. Stoicism's cosmic view, with a test's clarity and a coach's support, keeps you grounded, like Lila's advocacy path. When work overwhelms, imagine the cosmos. Say, I'm part of eternity, and I'll keep shaping my path. Epictetus taught, there is only one way to happiness, and that is to cease worrying about things which are beyond the power of our will. Imagine Aisha, a paralegal whose toxic boss criticizes her daily. She's tempted to despair, but she reflects, I can't control my boss, but I can control my effort and my search for something better. She takes a career test, which reveals her knack for mediation, and starts training for a new role. Stoicism's focus on what you can control pairs perfectly with a career test. It helps you pinpoint your strengths, like Aisha's mediation skills, while letting go of external noise, like a bad workplace or AI fears. If you're stressed about job security or expectations, try this. Take a small step, like answering a career test question honestly or updating your skills. Say, I master my choices and that's my strength. Marcus Aurelius wrote, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Think of Diego, a journalist burned out from tight deadlines and unsure if he should pivot to teaching. His career test suggests education, but he's scared of change. He sees the stress as a signal. It's pushing him to grow. He volunteers at a school, loves it, and enrolls in a teaching program. Stoicism turns obstacles into guides, and a career test can act like a Stoic lens, revealing paths, like teaching for Diego, that align with your values. If you're facing burnout or indecision, ask, what's this challenge teaching me? A toxic job might show you what you don't want. A test might highlight what you do. Think, this is my guidepost. Affirm, I grow through obstacles and they shape my purpose. Seneca advised, if you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment. Picture Zara, who takes a career test suggesting project management, but she doubts herself, thinking, I'm not cut out for this. She reframes it. This isn't a limit, it's a chance to learn. She starts managing small projects, builds confidence, and thrives. Stoicism's power to reshape perspective works hand in hand with a career test, which can clarify your potential. Like Zara's leadership, instead of fueling self-doubt. If a bad boss or fear of AI weighs you down, ask, is this as bad as I think? Reframe it. A tough job is a nudge to explore. A test is a tool for insight. Try this. When doubt creeps in, note one way it could lead to growth. Say, I choose my view and I see potential. Marcus Aurelius said, if it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. Imagine Omar, an HR worker whose company ignores employee well-being. He's torn but chooses integrity, advocating for better policies and taking a career test to find roles that match his ethics, like corporate training. Stoicism's call to virtue builds confidence in your career choices, and a career test can reflect your values back to you, guiding you to work. Like Omar's training role, that feels right. If family pressures or a toxic workplace test you, try one honest act. Align your test answers with your heart or say no to a wrong task. Affirm, I live by my principles and they light my way. Epictetus urged, accept the things to which fate binds you and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart. Think of Lila, laid off from her banking job, anxious about starting over. She embraces her reality, takes a career test that highlights her love for helping others, and pivots to non-profit work. Stoicism's embrace of fate aligns with a career test's ability to reveal paths, like Lila's non-profit role, that fit your current journey. If you're stressed about transitions or work-life balance, accept your starting point, then act, take a test, or talk to a coach. Say, I embrace my now because it's building my future. Seneca warned, while we are postponing, life speeds by. Picture Kai paralyzed by career options, worrying about future job markets. He's missing today the chance to take a career test or explore a passion. Stoicism pulls you to the present, and a career test can ground you in who you are now, offering clarity for your next step. Try this. For 15 seconds, notice your breath, the moment. When you're anxious about what's next, say, I'm shaping my career today, and today's enough. Marcus Aurelius wrote, we are made for cooperation, like feet, like hands, like eyelids. Imagine Nora, a chef in a toxic kitchen, doubting her career. She helps a struggling co-worker with a recipe, feels a spark, and takes a career test that suggests culinary education. Stoicism's kindness keeps you connected, and a career test can highlight roles, like Nora's teaching path, that let you lift others. Try this. Do one kind act at work, like sharing a tip or thanking a teammate. Affirm, I help others and that fuels my purpose. Seneca said, you act like you will live forever, but you won't. Think of Theo, stuck in a dull retail job, dreaming of photography but delaying. He takes a career test, sees his creative strengths, and starts shooting part-time. Stoicism's reminder of mortality sharpens your focus, and a career test can point you to what matters. Like Theo's art. Ask tonight, what career would I chase if time was short? Take one step, like researching a role. Say, I live for what lights me up, and I start today. Epictetus taught, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Picture Sophia, upset when her career test suggests unfamiliar roles like data analysis. She's nervous, but chooses to explore, takes a coding class, and finds it exciting. Stoicism guides emotions, and a career test offers a chance to react with curiosity, not fear. When you're stressed, count to 4, then act, take a test, journal your thoughts. Affirm, I feel, but I choose my path. Marcus Aurelius wrote, consider the course of the stars as if you were moving alongside them. When career stress feels huge, a bad day, an unclear test result, zoom out. Picture Jaden crushed when his dream job interview fails. He thinks of life's vastness, takes a career test to refocus, and lands a better role. Stoicism's perspective, paired with a test's insights, keeps you moving. When work overwhelms, imagine the Earth from space. Say, I'm part of something bigger, and I'll keep going. Epictetus taught, there is only one way to happiness, and that is to cease worrying about things which are beyond the power of our will. Picture Maya, a retail manager whose toxic workplace drains her spirit. She's paralyzed, unsure if she should stay or leap into the unknown. She breathes and asks, what can I control? Not her co-worker's drama or AI's rise, but her effort, her learning, her next step. She takes a career test, which sparks a realization. She's a natural at organizing chaos. A career coach helps her explore project management, and she starts coordinating events, feeling alive. Stoicism's focus on what's yours to shape aligns with a test's ability to reveal your strengths and a coach's nudge to act. Try this. Pick one thing you can do today, like answering a test question or booking a coaching session. Say, I control my path and that's my power. You're searching for direction. Maybe you're burned out from a job that feels like a treadmill, or you're wrestling with indecision about your next career move. Perhaps you're stressed about AI reshaping your industry, a toxic workplace sapping your energy, or family pushing you toward a safe path that doesn't spark joy. You might be taking a career test to uncover your strengths, or working with a coach to balance work and life. It's overwhelming, but you're not alone. Stoicism, the practical wisdom of philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, offers a steady hand to guide you, not by dodging the chaos, but by finding purpose within it. Let's explore their teachings, with stories and tips that feel real, subtly showing how a career test can align with Stoic clarity, so you can start crafting a career that's truly yours today. This focus flows into seeing challenges as teachers. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Maya's burnout wasn't a dead end, it was a signal to pivot. Now imagine Kai, a teacher swamped by paperwork, torn between staying or chasing a vague dream of writing. His career test suggests content creation, but fear of failure looms. A coach challenges him. "What's this stress teaching you?" Kai realizes his love for storytelling shines in his lessons. He starts a blog, refines his craft, and lands freelance gigs. Stoicism turns obstacles into growth, and a career test or coach can be your guide, pointing to paths, like Kai's writing, that align with your fire. Ask, "What's my burnout or indecision showing me?" A test might reveal your spark. A coach can help you fan it. Think, "This is my forge." Affirm, "I grow through struggle and it carves my purpose." With clarity comes the power to reframe pain. Seneca said, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment." Kai's fear of failure wasn't the test's fault. It was his view of it. Consider Lila, who takes a career test suggesting counseling, but her family insists on medicine for prestige. She's crushed, thinking, "I'm letting them down." A coach helps her reframe. This tension is a chance to choose her path. She volunteers at a hotline, loves it, and pursues counseling. Stoicism's perspective shift, paired with a test's insight into your fit and a coach's support to trust it, frees you from external pressures. If a toxic job or AI fears grip you, ask, "Is this as bad as I think?" Reframe it. A test is a window to your strengths. A coach is a partner in courage. Try this. When doubt hits, write one way it could lead to growth. Say, "I choose my vision and I see my calling." Integrity anchors this journey. Marcus Aurelius taught, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." Lila's choice to follow her heart was a stand for truth. Now picture Omar, a software developer whose company cuts ethical corners. He's torn, but a career test highlights his problem solving, and a coach pushes him to seek firms that align with his values. He builds open source projects, stays true, and lands a role at a mission-driven startup. Stoicism's virtue builds confidence, and a test or coach can mirror your principles, like Omar's ethics, guiding you to work that feels right. If a bad boss or societal expectations test you, try one honest act, answer a test with your values, or do your work with pride. Affirm, "I live my truth and it guides my career." Acceptance fuels progress. Epictetus said, "Make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens." Omar embraced his reality, a misaligned job, and acted. Imagine Sophia, laid off from her HR role, anxious about AI and starting over. A career test points to talent development, and a coach helps her accept this shift as a new chapter. She mentors interns, discovers her knack for growth, and pivots to coaching. Stoicism's embrace of fate, with a test's direction and a coach's encouragement, shapes paths like Sophia's. If transitions or work-life stress loom, accept your now, then act, take a test, talk to a mentor. Say, "I embrace my reality and I shape my destiny." The present is your canvas. Seneca wrote, "While we're postponing, life speeds by." Sophia could have dwelled on her layoff, but she acted now. Picture Noah, a banker paralyzed by career options, fearing future job markets. He's missing today the chance to take a career test or explore a passion. A coach helps him focus. What can you do now? The test suggests financial education, and Noah starts teaching workshops, finding joy. Stoicism anchors you in today, and a test or coach clarifies your present strengths, like Noah's teaching. Try this. For 20 seconds, notice your breath, the moment. When you're anxious, say, I build my career now, and now's enough. Kindness binds you to others. Marcus Aurelius said, we are made for cooperation, like feet, like hands. Noah's workshops thrived because he helped others. Imagine Arya, a barista in a toxic cafe, doubting her path. She supports a struggling co-worker, feels grounded, and takes a career test, suggesting hospitality leadership. A coach guides her to management roles. Stoicism's kindness, with a test's clarity and a coach's nudge, lights paths like Arya's. Try this. Do one kind act at work, like sharing a tip. Affirm, my kindness fuels my purpose, and it lifts me. Time sharpens your focus. Seneca taught, you act like you will live forever, but you won't. Arya's small act was a step toward her calling. Picture Theo, stuck in a dull marketing job, dreaming of photography but delaying. A career test highlights his visual skills, and a coach asks, if time was short, what would you do? He shoots on weekends, builds a portfolio, and goes freelance. Stoicism's mortality check, with a test's focus and a coach's push, drives you to what matters, like Theo's art. Ask tonight, what career would I chase if time was tight? Take one step, like exploring a test. Say, I live for my spark, and I begin now. Emotions are your allies when guided. Epictetus taught, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Theo's fear of failure was real, but he chose action. Imagine Jaden, upset when a career test suggests unfamiliar roles like logistics. A coach helps him react with curiosity, and he tries a supply chain course, finding it surprisingly fun. Stoicism channels emotions, and a test or coach offers a chance to respond with purpose, like Jaden's pivot. When you're stressed, count to 3, then act. Take a test, journal your thoughts. Affirm, I feel, but I choose my way. Perspective lifts you above the noise. Marcus Aurelius wrote, consider the course of the stars as if you were moving alongside them. Jaden's initial doubt was a speck in his journey. Picture Amara, crushed when a job interview flops. A career test refocuses her on advocacy, and a coach helps her pitch non-profits. She lands a role she loves. Stoicism's cosmic view, with a test's clarity and a coach's support, keeps you moving, like Amara's advocacy path. When career fears loom, imagine the Earth from space. Say, I'm part of something vast, and I'll keep forging my calling. Stoicism's your compass. Marcus Aurelius said, the universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it. Start small, control one action, like taking a career test. See challenges as growth. Act with kindness. Picture Maya, lost in retail, using Stoicism, a test, and a coach to become a project manager. Try one lesson today. Be present, be true, chase your purpose. Say this affirmation, I'm forging my calling. I face my doubts, choose my path, and build a career with heart. No fear or chaos can stop me. I'm resilient and I'm rising. Stoicism, a career test, and a coach are your allies for a career that's yours. Begin now. Epictetus taught, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Picture Arya, a call center worker whose toxic boss erodes her confidence. She's lost, unsure what career fits, but she asks, what's in my control? Not her boss's temper or AI's rise, but her mindset, her learning, her next move. She takes a career test, which highlights her empathy, and a coach guides her toward HR roles. She starts training, feels a spark, and pivots. Stoicism's focus on mental control aligns with a test's clarity on your strengths, like Arya's empathy and a coach's push to act. Try this. Choose one action today, like answering a test question or booking a coaching call. Say, I shape my mind, and that shapes my path. This clarity fuels growth through challenges. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Aria's toxic workplace wasn't a trap. It was a nudge to find her calling. Now imagine Theo, a burned-out accountant who loves numbers but hates his firm's cutthroat vibe. A career test suggests data analysis, but he's scared to leap. A coach asks, "What's this burnout teaching you?" Theo realizes he craves meaningful work. He takes a data visualization course, applies it to non-profits, and thrives. Stoicism sees obstacles as teachers, and a career test or coach can reveal paths, like Theo's analysis role, that align with your purpose. Ask, "What's my stress showing me?" A test might uncover your strengths. A coach can help you trust them. Think, "This is my teacher." Affirm, "I grow through challenges and they forge my purpose." Reframing pain builds resilience. Seneca said, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment." Theo's fear of change wasn't the test's fault. It was his lens. Consider Leela, who takes a career test suggesting teaching, but her parents push for engineering stability. She's torn, thinking, "I'm failing them." A coach helps her reframe. This conflict is a chance to choose me. She tutors kids, loves it, and pursues education. Stoicism's perspective shift, with a test's insight into your fit and a coach's support to own it, frees you from pressures. If a toxic job or AI fears grip you, ask, "Is this as bad as I think?" Reframe it. A test is a map to your strengths. A coach is a guide to courage. Try this. When doubt strikes, note one way it could spark growth. Say, "I choose my perspective, and I see my path." Virtue steadies your choices. Marcus Aurelius taught, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." Lila's choice to teach was a stand for her truth. Picture Omar, a salesperson whose company pushes shady deals. He's conflicted, but a career test highlights his communication skills, and a coach encourages ethical paths. He focuses on honest sales, builds trust, and moves to a values-driven firm. Stoicism's call to integrity, paired with a test's reflection of your values and a coach's push to live them, guides you to work that feels true, like Omar's ethical role. If societal expectations or a bad workplace test you, try one honest act. Answer a test with your heart or do your work with care. Affirm, "I live my values and they anchor my career." Acceptance opens doors. Epictetus said, "Make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens." Omar embraced his reality, a misaligned job, and acted. Imagine Sophia, whose event planning job ends due to budget cuts. She's scared, but a career test points to non-profit coordination, and a coach helps her see this as a new start. She volunteers for a charity, discovers her knack for impact, and pivots. Stoicism's acceptance, with a test's direction and a coach's encouragement, shapes paths like Sophia's. If transitions or work-life stress weigh you down, accept your now, then act, take a test, talk to a mentor. Say, "I embrace my reality and I build my future." The present is your power. Seneca wrote, "While we're postponing, life speeds by." Sophia acted in the moment, not tomorrow. Picture Noah, a lawyer paralyzed by career options, fearing AI will disrupt his field. He's missing today, the chance to take a career test or explore a passion. A coach helps him focus. What can you do now? The test suggests legal consulting, and Noah starts advising startups, finding joy. Stoicism roots you in today, and a test or coach clarifies your present strengths, like Noah's advisory skills. Try this. For 15 seconds, notice your breath, the now. When you're anxious, say, "I shape my career today, and today's enough." Kindness connects you to purpose. Marcus Aurelius said, "We are made for cooperation, like feet, like hands." Noah's consulting thrived because he helped others. Imagine Zara, a chef in a toxic kitchen, doubting her path. She mentors a new cook, feels grounded, and takes a career test suggesting culinary education. A coach guides her to teaching roles. Stoicism. Stoicism's your career guide. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Start small, control one action, like taking a career test. See challenges as growth, act with kindness. Picture Sophia, lost in a dull job, using stoicism, a test, and a coach to become an event planner. Try one lesson today. Be present, be true, chase your purpose. Say this affirmation: I'm embodying my path, I face my fears, choose my actions, and build a career with heart. No doubt or chaos can stop me. I'm resilient and I'm rising. Stoicism, a career test, and a coach are your allies for a career that's yours. Begin now.